Hey, Dan Meyer here, and I am back once again to talk about the state of virtual assisting in 2024. Really how to navigate the VA landscape. And this video is for you if you're a client. If you're a small business owner and you are the client of a virtual assistant. You probably have clients of your own. You have a business where you have customers and clients. And you have to think of yourself also as you're a client of somebody else if you're hiring a VA. And how does that impact things, right? So as a small business owner, you think about all the things you have to do in your business. You figure out the things that keep you busy that you don't have to do yourself, and you delegate those. Maybe you have a YouTube channel and you can do your own video editing, but you don't want to have to spend the time doing it. It's time consuming. You understand how social media works, but you don't have time to post on social media every day. You want to build a list, but you're not able to actually go out there and send constant messaging and do data mining and try to build up a lead list. So these are kind of things that you might want to delegate to a virtual assistant. So you want to look for the kind of virtual assistant that will help you. And it's a challenge because right now, there's never been more people looking for virtual assisting. And also there's never been more virtual assistants. There are a lot of people that work from home that have decided to quit their job or not go back to the office and try to make it as a virtual assistant. And most of them are freelancers working for themselves. Most of them are trying to figure out how to turn something they think is cool into an actual long-term source of revenue. And very few are successful at it. So I want you to have that perspective that if you're looking to hire a VA, you want to find someone who's good, who can help you in your business. You want to find someone who's affordable, not too cheap, but affordable. And you want to find somebody who gets what it means to be a VA. Because not everyone who wants to work from home can work from home. Some people just don't have it in them because of the environment they're in, because of their lifestyle, because of the way they carry themselves, because of their work ethic or their need to be around other people. All these things could factor into it. So when you're thinking about hiring a virtual assistant, how do you do so when we have this hyper-competitive landscape where there's so many VAs out there? And especially if you've already had VAs before. So I specialize in Filipino virtual assistants, which majority of Americans, when they hire a VA, they're from the Philippines. But this is true for VAs from everywhere. People just don't work as hard as they used to on the surface, right? It's not like they want to just get a job and do the job and get paid. They want to find something that they can be excited about, something they can be engaged with, something they can enjoy. So if you're good at what you do, so good you set up your own business, and you can share that passion with a VA and get them into it, then you should have a good win-win situation where they enjoy what they're doing, working with you, and that makes you more successful. So you want to think about it in that kind of symbiotic relationship as well, right? So you're not just hiring somebody that wants to trade a simple service for money. They want to be part of something. So you want to make sure that what you're doing when you look to hire VAs talks about what they do. So what is their passion? What is their interest? If they're really good at video editing and you hire them to do video editing, then great. But if they're okay at video editing, you say, well, I can learn it. And you hire them to do video editing, but they love doing social media posting. They love graphics and design work. It's probably not going to work out, right? So look for specialists. Look for ones that can do exactly what you need. And don't be afraid to hire multiple VAs because it's really, really hard to find a unicorn, a VA who can do everything. Most people that can do everything have not just become a VA, but set up their own VA businesses, their own agencies, or they go on and do things on their own business because they're so good at multitasking and doing different things. It's very rare to find a VA who's very good at creatives like graphic design and video editing, as well as really good at administrative stuff like lead generation, email management, social media management. Those two skill sets don't generally happen in the same person. So be realistic. Don't look for somebody who can do everything. Look for somebody who can do a few things that you need done really well. Also, you want to make sure that you figure out how to look for the right candidates based on how they look, right? So anyone can have a good resume, but if they don't have a good resume, it's a warning sign, right? So if they don't take their time to update their resume and make it look polished, then it's not worth your time. They have an old-fashioned resume that's not updated, that looks like it could have been written in 1975, then don't waste your time on them. I hate the fact that people are not understanding that. I talk a lot about how a VA can present themselves by having a killer resume, how they can nail a job interview, how they can use all the different job apps to stand out, but most don't. So don't go for mediocrity. When you see something and you're going to go, then it's a sign right there you don't want to move forward with that person. You also want to make sure that that they have a brand themselves, right? So if you're going to have a VA help you grow your brand, but they don't have a brand on their own, then it's going to be probably a disconnect, right? So if they're not taking the time to build up their own Facebook page, to build a portfolio out, to have good-looking materials, then asking them to do that for you is going to be a stretch. So if you have a VA who you want to be a rock star, you've got to see that right away in them. You can't hope they'll get there. There are millions and millions of VAs out there. So if you don't find the right one right away, keep looking, because you don't want to settle for somebody that's not the right fit. Because you want your brand to stand out. You want your business to stand out. And you want to find people that can help you do that. So also, I want to talk about one thing that I think is important, is that a lot of people have experience with VAs before. So a lot of you probably have already hired a VA, many from the Philippines, and you weren't happy. You didn't get exactly what you wanted. It didn't work out very well. Communication wasn't great. There wasn't consistency. This is why I have an agency, right? So I have a lot of people that have been asking me over the years to help them find VAs they can trust, that will be there consistently, that can help, someone that can help them troubleshoot challenges when the VA isn't on the same page with you as a client. That's what I do, right? But in general, you can find VAs that you don't need to go through an agency. You can hire directly because they're good communicators, because they're on time, they have good English, they're able to have a conversation with you that you feel like you're confident they get your idea, your vision, and they're going to be able to go out and implement it fairly autonomously. And if you don't get that sense, then keep looking, right? They're out there. You just have to find them. And if you need help finding them, you always can reach out to us. We have an agency. We can help you basically find any kind of skill set that you need to do just about anything in your business that you can have done from a computer. We can find the right VA for you. We specialize in graphic designing, video editing, social media management. But like I said, we can do a lot of different stuff like lead generation, email management, and so forth. So when you think of 2024 and you're thinking about how to find yourself a new VA, think about the fact that it's a hyper-competitive market. You want to look for the people that have the skills that are a good match to what you need, not a generalist. You want to make sure that you're not trying to get too much done by one person. You want to find, again, that person that can help you in a couple areas. You want to make sure that they present themselves well, that you understand from them that they're going to help your brand because they have a brand. That they understand that you're an entrepreneur and they're entrepreneurial. So these are kind of things you can ask for from them during the interview process. You can look for testimonials. You can ask for work they've done in the past. And then when you find the right person, you'll be successful, so you'll be able to pay them a fair wage. A fair wage is difficult to mention. I'll throw out there, $5 an hour is, pretty good rate. I think the average right now is about $4. Good VA should be getting $7, $8, $9 an hour US. Some even a little higher if they're really, really good. But somewhere in that ballpark, around $5 an hour is a good rate. So that's really what I have for you today. As you're looking in 2024 and looking to hire a VA, think about those things. Think about how you find the right VA with the right skills that presents himself well, that you feel confident will be able to help you build your business. And do it in a way that is not trying to expect magic. Don't expect them to run your business for you. A VA can be a right hand, but they can't be your brain. So that's my talk for today. I hope it helped. Feel free to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. If you have, thank you very much. I'll be back again with more videos soon on how to optimize your experience with a virtual assistant. So thank you for your time. Now get out there and have a great day.